Planet Vero Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Getz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. Can I just say I missed you guys? I was out of town and I just want to tell you I missed you and I'm so excited to be back in the studio and couldn't be more thrilled about our guest today. So hang on you guys, it's going to be really good. So I have a question for you guys. Okay, you ready? So, and listen, I want you to raise your hand. I don't care if you're in the office. I don't care if you're at the stoplight in your car. I don't care if you're running with your earbuds in and you're listening to the show, but I want you to raise your hand, okay? If any of these pertain to you. Okay, so how many of you, okay, you ready? Raise your hand if you have, okay, anxiety. All right, raise your hand. Doesn't matter where you are. I'm raising mine, okay? Raise your hand, okay? If you have doubt. If you have doubt, raise your hand, all right? I see you. I see you out there. How about stress? Raise your hand if you have stress. That's right. I'm feeling a lot of amen on that. And you guys, what about fear? What about fear? Raise your hand. It's okay. You don't have to tell anybody. I see your hand. It's so real, you guys. Anxiety, doubt, stress, fear, it is real. It is real to us. And we've got some real answers in the studio today. We have a first-time guest here at Beauty and the Beach Radio. He's going to help us figure all that out and feel better. He is a father. He is a physician. He has been an emergency physician for 20 years in the Charleston, South Carolina area. He has gone, listen to this, guys, he has gone from taking care of emergent or acutely sick patients upon the first presentation to the hospital to treating people with long-time illnesses like anxiety and depression. Pretty cool jump, huh? He currently lives here in Vero Beach. He has developed a math-based scientific approach to healing the body, okay? And he's doing this with his ABCs of well-being. He is going to free us from fear. Please welcome, first time on Beauty and the Beach Radio, Dr. Mark Belt. How's it going, Mark?
Great. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so thrilled that you're here. You know, my show is about who's beautifying Vero Beach. I don't think you could be any more of an epitome to that, beautifying the minds of our people, our residents here, and making them feel great.
Oh, thank you. It's amazing just to be able to do something where you do feel like you're really helping somebody. You know, I was an ER doctor for a long time, and it helped them emergently, physically, but that's physical suffering. The real suffering we do is in our mind.
Absolutely.
And everybody suffers.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Belt, I brought with me, okay, one of my favorite belts, okay, because I believe, Doctor, that the secret to your healing is in your name, Belt. Okay, so listen to this. Okay, Belt. A strong belt is firm, ultra durable, water resistant, made to conform to your body and protect you when heavy lifting.
Wow.
Now, if that doesn't exemplify you,
wow,
Dr. Belt.
I never thought about it that way at all. This is the first, and I've researched my name from, you know, England, Germany, and I never thought about it that way.
Well, you never met me.
Wow. That's incredible. And you know, when you're holding that, what I thought about is it's also a circle. And
yes.
And a circle is 360 degrees, never ending,
Yep.
never beginning.
Yep.
And like you said, it's strength and completeness in one.
Yeah. Yeah. So therein lies your magic right here in your name.
Wow.
And it took you how many
Thank you.
years to unveil that
Long
magic?
long time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't
Great
divulge
insight.
your age, nor do I. So that's
Oh, no, I'll be 53 in 2 days.
Oh, happy birthday.
Saturday, yes.
Happy birthday.
This is my birthday present. My
Aw.
coming out birthday present.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
I love it. So let's really get to it, because there's a lot of people out there that do have anxiety, doctor, that do have doubt and stress and fear. I'm going to do a little bit of a backstory, a very brief backstory, and then we're going to talk
Sure.
about, where you are today. So you have a great family. You lived in South Carolina. You had a great job as an ER doctor. You had some mix up in the family. You got divorced. Some family members died. You quit the ER. You pursued another business, and full circle came back to the States and started a different kind of healing. Wow. All in how many years' time?
Well, I think for the last 7 years, I went really searching for what does this all mean? Because like you said, when I was young, I decided to become a doctor for me, to have a family, make enough money, to do something I loved. I was passionate about helping people. But after raising a family and getting burnt out, working nights and weekends, getting divorced, cancer, sister died at 30, brother died, I was questioning, what am I here for? The questions that we all kind of look for and then, or ask. And I wanted a meaning. And I realized when I was younger, I painted and I created. And I became an imitator because I had fear. And I had fear of rejection, failure, separation, and death, all from childhood, all from things that happened to me. But I realized we're born creators. We're the only species that can create. And there's a reason for that, because that's where our happiness is found. But I was seeking pleasure from the outside by being a doctor, even by getting married, even by having children. It was for me and my pleasure that I thought was happiness. Then I realized that happiness comes from within, and it truly comes from within, to create and then just share that creation.
Wow, that's so interesting. All right, well, let's really dive into this, doctor. So let's take fear on. What is fear, and when are our minds programmed for fear? When does this all take place?
This takes place actually in the womb. The DNA actually starts to program our subconscious mind in fear. Your mind is in two parts. Subconscious, which means not aware, which governs about 95% of our thoughts, behaviors, actions, decisions. And your conscious mind, which is your awareness mind, that's one of right and wrong and free will. That's where imagination and creativity comes from. So in the womb, a study just came out in 2017 where they took rats and they shocked the rats. And then at the same time, they gave a cherry blossom smell. And when then they just gave the cherry blossom smell, the rats ran away. 2 generations later, without any shocks, the grandchildren rats had the same response without ever getting shocked. So fear is programmed in our DNA in the 3rd trimester. So then when we come out of the womb, from the first day, we start recording it in our 5 senses like a computer. And even though you may not be aware of it later in life, when you get anxious and depressed, your marriage falls apart, that fear and anxiety was programmed by age 7. It didn't happen just then.
Wow. The first thing that comes to my mind is, here you are, a physician. And does this knowledge surprise you? It's still all about the body, but it's like a whole different study.
It is. And there's new information coming out. Also in 2017, a neuroscientist named Jaak Panksepp died. And for 35 years, he studied the 7 emotion systems that are more primitive than the cortex because they're in the brainstem. And so the cortex comes after the brainstem in evolution. And all of our thoughts are based on these 7 emotion systems common to every mammal and humans. So then the cortex is made for 2 things. creativity and chaos. And it depends on how those 7 emotion systems are programmed as to what you get. So if those 7 emotion programs are programmed in fear, then they must be reprogrammed. You can't think your thinking is going to fix all of your problems since childhood. You can't outthink fear. You have to outprogram it. It's not rotten thinking. It's rotten programming. So I created a new psychotherapy. Instead of cognitive or thinking behavior therapy, affective or emotional behavior therapy. I'm getting ready to start clinical studies because it has power from the brainstem in earlier evolution.
I love that. Outprogram fear.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's
That
dumb
is
programming.
gutsy. I love it.
You're programmed by emotion, repetition, and patterns. So if you had a father who hurt you, you saw him beat your mother, rejected you, and I hate to talk about sexual assault, but it's very common. Anything that you saw your father do that was negative, why do so many people then end up seeking those partners? It's unconscious. It's not right and wrong.
Wow.
We run on a program.
Wow. Talk to me about the connection for fear and addiction. Let's dive into that a little bit better.
Well, like I said, you're born creator. Because of fear in those first 7 years, we start to imitate because you can't create in fear. So if I scared you right now with something bad, let's say finances are going away, you're going bankrupt, Cindy, your relationships are shot, what can you create? You're scared. You can't create in fear. So then you imitate in fear. And the treatment for imitation is consumption. So you have fear, you consume, which is this world in our 5 senses, relationships, people's time, attention, things, money, possessions, the next dress, the next, toy in the back of your pickup truck, and experiences. And so you might think, oh, I just want to travel and be happy. Well, fine, you can consume them or create them. And when you consume them, it all leads to addiction by dopamine, like Facebook likes, like a casino. You need more and more and more. Yeah, and you're never satisfied.
It's an unfillable cup.
And that, right. And a cup filled with fear cannot receive any more emotion. It's full. It can't receive love. How do you fill it up? You have to dump out the fear. Have nothingness, receive the love, and then you can dump it out on your friends and family. But you can't love in fear.
Yeah.
You can't do 2 things at once in emotion.
Wow. Amen. I think you already covered it, but just, many factors contribute to mental health conditions. Can you run through some of them?
Oh, yeah. Any separation, any neglect, abuse, death of a family, abandonment, big time for separation anxiety. And separation kind of covers it all. It covers death, rejection, failure, anything that negative that happens in childhood. That's reinforced with other relationships and experiences. You didn't get a job. Your father left you. You're rejected. The boss rejected you. Your friends rejected you. And it goes on and on and on. And what happens then is we die with no smile on our face in fear. The only solution is to reprogram the robot. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I love that. Reprogram. So what in your opinion is the most effective solution to these emotional and mental struggles? Let's talk about how you are changing that computer, if you will, that robot.
Well, there's lots of things that people do to help their emotions and to reprogram, and a lot of people make it out on their own. Haphazardly or just by strong will, the strong people. But unfortunately, a lot of it is haphazard, and you might get out of it for a while, and then you go back in fear. And my goal 7 years ago was to create a program that everybody can get out of fear and maintain it, like changing your oil in a car. If you do something every day, you wouldn't dip down in fear again. Right. And if you did, you would just do the program again. And so for me, I found all the answers in mathematics, music, nature, numbers, waves, vibration, frequency. And that led to my work with people with autism because their minds are significantly more mathematical. And that's the language, is math.
I wondered about that because a lot of the photos that I reviewed with you had autistic patients, and I was curious about that. So they are much more mathematical.
Yeah, and that's why you see them go on to paint and be masters and geniuses in painting and music. Bach, Beethoven, Picasso, Da Vinci. They all were on the spectrum. Einstein, Tesla, numbers, art, music. So that's the therapy then. If you have anxiety and special needs, then art, music, mathematics is the therapy. Water, sound, air, they're all waves. All waves running to waves. And I know we're going off a tangent. Through mathematics is the answer for all healing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to ask this, Mark, like, how does one go from, like, did you one night have a dream and go, oh my gosh, it's mathematics? Or like, I mean, I know as a doctor, you're already kind of programmed for science and kind of the logic, if you will, of really mathematics. It's engineering. That is, when you're working on the body, that is an engineering situation. Yep. But where did that aha moment? Can I ask that? I don't know that I know the connection to that.
Well, if you see a lot of the quotes on Google, YouTube, and read the books by Einstein, Tesla, Carl Jung, all the geniuses, Madame Curie, any genius has said, if you want the answers to life, walk into nature. The reason is every leaf on a tree, trunk, blade of grass, wing on an insect, curl of a snake's tail is all put there by a mathematical equation. That's why we connect. And it's the only physical thing in life that has never deceived you. The only thing that can never deceive you. Everything else that you experience other than pure 100% nature can deceive you, but not nature. That's why there's the answers. And it's all in mathematics.
Whoa. Wow. That's pretty deep, pretty awesome.
But it makes sense. And so the autism, boom, connected to nature.
Yeah.
People love art, boom, connected to the art.
Yeah.
And I think my head, maybe after getting hit in the head so many times, boom, connects with mathematics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's a connection that is just inherent. You don't think about it.
So the good news is, Mark, you're saying that we humans can be reprogrammed. Yes. So no matter what your past, no matter what happened when you were a baby, when you were in the womb, when you were growing up, even as an adult, if you faced bankruptcy, divorce, abuse, no matter what stage of life, what I'm hearing you say is that any human can be reprogrammed, okay? And the good news is you've found some very simple ways to do that. Yes. Are you able to share some? I know we're going to have multiple, What do you want to share with them? Briefly, we'll go into it more on another show, but how do you get them out of that situation?
Well, first realize that no problem you've had is too big. And we all have the same hardware, the same chemicals. We just have different software. And the hardware, the chemicals in our body, is replaced every 3 years anyway. So don't think this body is you, because it just comes from the earth every 3 to 7 years. And this mind is not you. It's memories that you didn't choose to be built for you. So now we're going to reprogram in the language that you know. And it's not going to be in fear. You would never choose it. So first, if everybody, can I ask them to close their eyes? Do we have time?
You know what? We are going to do that. But if we can, let's do it when we come back from break, because I think that would be really good. So you're going to take us through a
quick meditation.
A quick meditation.
Yep, mathematical. Yep,
okay,
that's right.
I love it. So you guys stay with us. Dr. Mark is going to take us on a fun journey that hopefully will soften your fear and your heart and your anxiety. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal Upholstery, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. And right now, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach next to Planet Fitness. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and also visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine Furniture, stop on in today and have a sunshine day.
Hi, this is Sarah DePardo, host of Grit and Grace. Listen to my show featuring local small businesses in Indian River County that show their commitment, passion, and love for our community, highlighting their success stories and how we can help them continue to thrive. Tune in to Grit and Grace every other Saturday at 9 and Sunday at 5 on your weekend home for Planet Vero Radio. Real Radio 1017.
Is owning a home your goal? With the rising cost of rent, you could be saving a lot of money by owning your own home. At Caliber Home Loans, we can help make home ownership a reality. Meet with us for a free consultation and get on the right path to buy the home of your dreams. For Caliber, home loans is all we do. We use local appraisers and offer a variety of loan options to fit your lifestyle and budget. Call us today, 844-GO-CALIBER, license number CHL15622, Caliber Home Loans, TreasureCoast.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. We're helping to eliminate fear in your life, and someone else that's going to help eliminate fear, that is Dale Sorensen Real Estate. They will eliminate any fear when it comes to buying or selling a home. They can take care of you. Of course, they take care of us here at Beauty and the Beach Radio, exclusive sponsor to our show, family owned since 1978. You can find them at 772-231-4712. That's SorensenRealEstate.com. Also, a shout out to Varietals and More. They always make sure we have wonderful beverages for our guests, and you can find them on Royal Palm Point. So Rob and Michelle, thank you so much for always taking care of our guests. You guys, we are back with my guest, Dr. Belt, and he's helping to eliminate, he is talking about freedom from fear. Mark, I'm going to let you take it away here. How can we eliminate a little bit of fear today here on Beauty and the Beach Radio?
Okay, if you're not driving or don't need to open your eyes, everybody close their eyes. Everybody breathe in 6 seconds in through the nose, 6 seconds out through the mouth. And do it again. And this time, just think love in as you breathe in, fear out. Let it all the way out to relax in the top of your stomach. One more time, love in, fear out. And that feeling at the top of your stomach is the feeling you need to keep all day, and that's what we're required to have the rest of your life. This will lead you to peace, joy, and eventually ecstasy if you can lose all fear. Remember, your cup can only hold so much emotion, and it's limited. If it's full of fear, you have to dump it out to receive love.
Love in, fear out. That is amazing. And you can feel it when you do those breathing exercises.
Oh, they'll feel it, yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. If somebody wants to have treatment from you, can you explain what you're doing right now? I know you've got some webinars coming up, how they can reach you, how they can find you.
Yep, there's going to be my first Vero Beach seminar and webinar in June, and I will post that on my website, which is markbeltmd.com. And you can reach me also at Facebook, Mark Belt MD. Instagram is the same, Mark Belt MD. Message me. Send me a message on my website, because also I have an online subscription that is ready with over 200 videos of meditation that I invented, a yoga that I invented that is purely mathematical, and a fitness nutrition program as well that I invented that will help the mind and body heal and you be free from fear.
All right, markbeltmd.com or Insta and Facebook, Mark Belt MD.
That's right.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Mark. Thank you. We all
My
feel so
pleasure.
much better, less fearful, and ready to take on the day.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Goodbye,
Mark.
everybody. Thank you.